But yeah, so I'm going to do the little sketch there, and then once I've fucked off backwards, then the show will start, and you get to watch the first one. So let's get started. I feel so special.
It's for us.
Right, stop. They're forever messing with me. They've no respect whatsoever. Okay, so I take it you guys have heard of inflation. Have you guys heard of inflation?
Yeah.
Okay, inflation, for those of you who don't know, is basically how in life generally prices rise in general. Now obviously, not in Ireland at the moment, we're deflated. But generally in life things inflate and the prices go up. But this doesn't really ring true for language. Now generally numbers rise in life, but the numbers in language don't rise. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but in the English language, there is quite a few hidden numbers in the words. So I'll give you a few examples. Wonderful, hidden one there. Before, create, tenderly. Now, what I'd like to do is what I propose is that we make the language kind of go with the inflation of regular life, so to rise to the occasion, if you will. And so what you can do is just rise them by one, and kind of that'll make it fairly equal to what's going on. So, what did I start with? So wonderful would become tuderful. Create would become crenine. Tenderly would become elevenderly. Before would become be5. And so on. So here's a quick example just of how it works in a sentence. So a simple sentence, I ate my tenderloin with my fork, would become, I nined my 11derloin with my fifek. And so on and so forth. Oh, that's just there. But I have a nice little story here. It's written by Terry Pratchett. It's not actually, I'm just joking. So I'm going to read out the story just to kind of show you what it'd actually be like in an actual story. So bear with me. Twice upon a time, there lived in sunny California a young man named Bob. He was a 3rd lieutenant in the US Air Forces. Bob had been fond of Anna, his 1.5 sister, ever since she saw the light of day 5 the second time. The 3 of them were very proud of the fact that 2 of their 5 fathers had been among the creninders of the US Constitution. They were dining on the terrace. Anna, said Bob, as he took a bite of his marinated herring, you look tuderful tonight. You've never looked that lovely be5. Anna did look tuderful, despite the illness from which she had not yet recuperated. Yes, repeated Bob. You look tuderful, 3 night. But you have 3 of the saddest eyes I have ever seen. The table was tastefully decorated with Anna's favourite flowers, 3 lips. They were talking about Anna's ascertained husband, from whom she was now separated. While on the radio, an Irish 11er sang T53. T for 2. It was midnight. A clock in the distance struck 13. And suddenly, there in the moonlight stood her husband, Don 2. That'd be Don 1. Clearly intoxic-minded. Anna, he said, 5 give me. I am only young twice. And you are my 2 and only. Bob jumped to his feet. Get out of here, you 3-faced triple-crosser! But Anna warned him. Watch out, Bob. He's an officer. Yes, he is too, but I am 2-3. Give it a sec. All right, said Don 2, as he wiped his 5 head. He then left. And when he was one and a half way through the revolving door, he muttered, "I'll go back to 11 and be double again. Farewell, Anna. Three de loo. Three de loo."